He's the Padres owner whose name you likely don't know. His success, combined with his genuine desire to help others, is changing a city, a nation, and the futures of young people. You may not have heard of Padres co-owner Alfredo Harp Helú because he lives, works, and shares his wealth in Oaxaca, Mexico. How did this champion of Mexican business and generosity become an owner of the Padres? We share his rise from the streets of Mexico City to the major leagues on Spotlight, the story of Padres owner Alfredo Harp Helú. The state of Oaxaca, Mexico is roughly 300 miles southeast of Mexico City. Its 4 million people comprise one of Mexico's poorest states. But Oaxaca is also one of Mexico's richest in history, culture, cuisine, and natural beauty. Its capital city, also named Oaxaca, is on the rise, and much of its revival can be credited to Alfredo Harp Helú.
Well, I think he's the patron of Oaxaca, frankly, whether it's the community at large, whether it's the arts or culture.
He has always had that grand humility, that desire to help the rest, to bring together and make a team.
Alfredo Harp Helú is the son of Lebanese immigrants. His father worked hard in the family business, traveling throughout Oaxaca selling clothing, primarily denim and raincoats. Alfredo remembers little of his father, who passed away in his 30s of a heart attack when Alfredo was just 3 years old.
My mother became both father and mother at the same time, and she had to work, and that also obligated me to work as a young kid. She's the one who struggled to go to my schools, to apply for my scholarships, and everything else.
After his father's passing, the family moved to Mexico City, where Alfredo witnessed his mother work and raise Alfredo and his 2 sisters. To help support the family, Alfredo went into business and enjoyed success at just 10 years old.
I had up to 40 chickens, and of course they will make eggs, and I will sell those to the neighbors or family members after everything we consume for ourselves.
His business ventures grew. Young Alfredo got to know the streets of Mexico City, working for his uncle who owned a linen factory.
He gave me linens to go out and sell them to markets, stores, or bargain stores. I will also sell newspaper subscriptions, and every 6 months I will receive a portion of the money. That will last me for the entire year.
Alfredo's hobby was collecting stamps. He visited embassies to expand his collection, but he also had a simple strategy. Just knock on the door and ask.
Some will not even open the door for me, but for the most part, many did open the door and will wonder what this kid was doing. So they treated me very well.
Already a casual fan, Alfredo's interest in baseball grew exponentially when he was 12. It was 1956. That's when one of his favorite players, Alonzo Perry, and his hometown team, the Mexico City Red Devils, won their first championship.
I always listened to baseball through the radio. But I also remember that the first sport to be televised was baseball. I was passionate about baseball since then.
Alfredo finished high school at 16 years old and then entered National Autonomous University of Mexico's School of Business and Management. He studied accounting and soon after graduating was hired by Price Waterhouse in Mexico City. He worked there 2 years, saying it was like getting his master's.
With that, I was able to buy my stocks and became a stock partner and act as a stockbroker, because in that time there were no brokerage houses.
No brokerage houses. Smart, motivated, and energized, the future San Diego Padres owner saw the opportunity of a lifetime and seized it. That's next, as Spotlight, Alfredo Harp Helú continues.